And good afternoon from Columbia College, Columbia, Missouri, at the Sophie Cunningham Classic. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball. And good afternoon, I'm Jeff Wellman. As we get ready for today's action, the Devils will play today here at the Sophie against the Panthers of Principia, and then they'll turn around tomorrow and come back and play Stratford Indians in the game at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And joining me today, Coach Pettit. I forgot, Coach, that they only put up 10 minutes. It gives us a limited pregame. And so, but it should be a great matchup with a heck of a team who's 10-1.
Well, yeah, Principia 10-1. Their only loss is to Link Academy by 8 points, and we saw Link Academy earlier. Very, very good ball club. So this should be a stiff test for the Blue Devils tonight.
Indeed.
This afternoon, excuse me.
Don't worry, we'll get into the afternoon and into the evening before you know it.
It starts getting mixed up a little bit.
It is the pregame show. When we return, we'll hear from the coaches' comments. It's Blue Devil basketball on MechaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And welcome back to the pregame show, and of course the coaches' comments brought to you by the QHS Honda and QHS Hyundai, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. With me, Brad Dance, the head coach of the Blue Devils, and here we are at the Sophie. It's a great venue. We were here last year for a good ball game. This weekend we got two.
Yeah, the girls are excited to be here. They put on a first-class event here for the players, the coaches, the fans. So it's well run, and we enjoy coming here.
It was a close game last year when we played. This year, we start off in Principia, and the Panthers are a load. They've got a big girl inside, Scott, scoring and rebounding. Also Love as well. I think she's got about 7 rebounds a game and 12 points. And then you're telling me there's a couple quick guards too.
Oh, yeah, we'll have our hands full. They're a very solid team. They're going to press you full court. They've got the Scott girl that can score inside. She doesn't mind handing the ball. Very similar to the way Jada plays, in my opinion. So it'll be a good test of two good big people going at it today. Their guards are, we're going to have to handle their pressure, and if we do that, I feel that we have a chance. But we've got to be able to compete and stay on the court without fouling, and make sure that we get out and defend.
Do we think that Jada then and Deja will be going one-on-one throughout the day?
Yeah, you never know. So, but I do. I mean, we're not going to go away from what we do. So they're going to have to stop her, and we'll have to stop her. Their girl. So it'll be. But I'm confident that we'll come out and play good team defense. So that hopefully that'll set us apart.
Well, that's where I was going with the defense. Usually we're good on defense, and we get out either in that 1-2-2, even when we play man-to-man. And of course when Coey's out front with her long arms, and then of course we shift her to the second and third row as well, but change things up. I should ask, because I know I talked to her the other night at Moline, and Cam said that she's ready to go. She was ready to go that night.
She was. She'd done a lot of therapy, and then yesterday she practiced all day, the whole practice. She's fine. She's taped. She has a brace on, so we're going to try it. She won't start, but she'll come off the bench, and she'll give us some quality minutes.
Awesome. Good luck, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that's Brad Dance. His comments are brought to you by, of course, QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, it's the Blue Devils and the Panthers right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiberg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiberg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And back at the Sophie Classic, Sophie Cunningham. Of course, Sophie plays professional ball. She played at Mizzou, played at Rockbridge, and of course, some great battles against Notre Dame over the years. One year, I believe, they won state over here in Missouri, Coach, and they ended up only loss that year was against the Notre Dame Raiders. Of course, her and her sister Lindsay, who is 2 years older, both went to Mizzou, and of course, Sophie's playing professional ball right now. And in talking about with Brad last year, he said those girls would love to be out on a farm when they're not playing basketball.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's got their preferences of, where they want to be and what they want to do. And, shoot, God bless them. You know what I mean? So, but, yeah, tonight's ball game is going to be a tough one, for the Blue Devils. I mean, you got a 10-1 Principia team, coming in, only lost to Link Academy. The big girl, Deja Scott, 6'2" sophomore, averaging 18.5 a game. And I believe she is at, 12.1 rebounds a game, almost 3 steals per game, and 2+ blocks per game. Player, Logan Love, 5'4" freshman, 12.1 points a game. And as a freshman, she's averaging at 5'4", averaging 7 rebounds a game, about 5 assists, about 4 steals, as a freshman, and she's got over a block a game. Very active, very complete ball player, does a little bit of everything, and then you've got, what do we talk about, 5 or 6 other gals in between, probably 3 a game and 7.5 a game that have played, 11 games, all 11 games with them. So very deep team, just looking at warm up, very athletic team.
Indeed. Well, the starting lineups in a minute. And, of course, our starting lineup sponsor, Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedic, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And here we are back at the Sophie Classic. The starting lineup first for the visitors, that will be the Panthers. They'll go with Jayla Hawkins. She's a senior at 5'7". Then you go number 1, Logan Love, the freshman, a 5'4", good inside and outside. Number 10, Nija Williams. She's a junior at 5'8". Number 12, there she is, Nia Walker, and she's a sophomore at 5'5". And the big girl inside, it's number 42. Looking for her on the book there. Did they change her number out there, Coach?
No, Deja Scott, 42. That's what I've got here on this.
And I've got her 21 in the program here, so I've got her 42 in my book, which is good. She'll wear 42. She's 6'2" and a sophomore. And, of course, they are coached by Joshua Spohl. And looking at colors, didn't list their colors, but pretty well black and gold with a little white in there. And now the Devils in their home white trimmed in blue. Kate Medemeyer there will start off there. She's our senior. Kate wears number 12. She's 5'7". Miley Longcore, number 14, a sophomore, 5'8". Jada Brown, the leading scorer for the Devils, wears number 21. She's a sophomore at 5'11". Madeline Hamby, number 23, the junior, 5'8", and rounding out the freshman, number 24, Chloe Nicholson. She's a freshman at 6'1", and of course coached by Brad Bergman, and Katie Klopper. And folks, we are ready to get this one under action. Time to put away all the prep stuff. It's game time, Coach.
Well, I think the key tonight's going to be Hamby getting back off of her snide, because I think she had, 2 or 3 points?
On the break initially. And the Devils work right to left, but on the initial tip, Hawkins goes in for an easy layup. Principia starts off 2-0. Chloe's bringing it across the timeline, man-to-man coming from the Panthers. As we mentioned, they are 10-1. Devils come into this game 12-5. Top of the key, Jada Brown working against Scott. Pulls the ball back away, gets it to Longcore. We do have a shot clock down to 15. We work the 35-second shot clock. Longcore back to the top. Medemeyer to the right side. We're down to 7. Hamby falls down. She got pushed. And the first foul of the game will go against the Panthers.
Oh.
Number 1, Love.
Getting up slow. Is it a bad ankle?
Madeline got bumped on that right side, right by the sideline. Coach Bergman out there to check.
Hopefully it's not a knee.
And I didn't see what the action happened over there, Coach, when they ran into each other. And Byquist is in the lineup already. She checked in here at first 35 seconds of the ball game.
Not looking good.
No,
especially with Byquist being hurt also, and then you pull another, rotational piece, out of that. And let's face it, Hamby's been a very important part, offensively and defensively for the Blue Devils this year.
Limping over, and I can't really tell, Coach, because
it's a knee or tweaked the knee, or
it looks more of that than the ankle, the way she's walking,
or caught knee to knee, something like that.
She's checking with the trainer out here. We'll be back to action now. 7:25 left, first quarter action. We play 35 seconds. Devils at the ball. Wow, jumping in the back.
Almost.
That's scary. Nicholson brings the ball left side. Byquist looks inside, comes back to the top. Jada Brown starts to go right. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Principia. So the Devils will take it. Free throw line extended on the far side. Glad you're with us on this beautiful afternoon. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. And then we'll hop in the car and drive home, and we'll have the Devils and the Senators tonight from Springfield. But it'll be at Blue Devil Gym. Medemeyer at the top, left side. Nicholson makes a fake, takes it down to the corner. Head up, looking for somebody. She gets Jada. Jada got bumped initially. Shot no good. Scott comes away with a rebound for the Panthers. Yeah, it would be nice to get Scott in foul trouble early. Chloe lets her get by, or I don't know if she let her get by. Scott worked her way around, but Chloe blocked the shot from behind, out of bounds. Principia basketball.
For 6'2", she moves pretty well.
2-0, Principia to trigger it. Down on the baseline, got to the block, and there, Byquist jumped in. We got a jump ball. Nice job there by Cam as Love had the basketball. Check that, Hawkins had the basketball. So the Devils will get it on the alternate possession. Full court pressure being applied by the Panthers. A lot of holding out there initially. Gets it to Nicholson, who brings it up court. Chloe brings it to the left side, waves Byquist away. Down on the block is Jada Brown. They got a couple people waiting for help on the help side on Brown. Back to the left side, Nicholson. Starts to drive, pulls up, short corner, no good. A little bit of a fade there instead of straight up. In transition, here come the Panthers. Love going to the basket. Oh, great block by Miley Longcore. Longcore got the block.
Oh.
And now here's what I saw. I don't know if you saw it. The official put the fist up first. That's a foul.
Yep.
The violation is an open hand. He put the fist, and then he changed it to the jump ball. Very few people would have caught that, by the way. I got no problems with the jump ball, but I caught him. Principia's basketball on the baseline. Back out high it goes to Love. Love wears number 1. Hawkins number 2. In the high post is Scott. Scott has the ball. Takes the shot from the college three-point line. No good off the right side. Blue Devil basketball.
I was going to say, if we keep her out there, I think we'll be okay today.
That's a good spot away from the basket. Full court pressure. They get it to Brown. Brown outrunning Love. Check that, outrunning Scott. Shot was no good. Rebound comes away for Love. In transition, right side, Hawkins comes back to Love at the top.
Good transition defense by the Blue Devils.
Good reverse, and now drive to the basket. Inside, no good. Scott missed the shot, but the ball was tipped out. Principia gets another shot at it. Driving through. Oh, Kate Medemeyer does a great job of sealing. She came for help side, And as soon as Hawkins ran into her, she had traveled first. Turnover, Blue Devil basketball.
Well, once again, I love the charge lane in there. She was well outside of that, squared it up, and made them travel.
Something we talked about, would like to see maybe in high school ball, maybe before the shot clock. Nicholson across the timeline, man-to-man coming from the Panthers, Walker on her. Behind the back, skips it top of the key. Jada Brown's going to fire a three. Off the back of the iron. Oh, Cam kept it alive. Scott does get the rebound. And Kate Menemeyer reached in on the outlet pass, just caught the arm. So the first foul against the Devils will go against Kate Menemeyer. Each team with one in the first quarter, 5:28 left in the first quarter. 2-0 only. Good defense from both teams.
I do not see Miss Hamby anywhere. Hopefully she's getting that knee worked on.
In the training room, we'll check out on that. Right side is Hawkins. Miley Loncourt picks her up. Down in the short corner, quickly back out. That was Williams with the ball. On the perimeter now, back to the top of the key. Love comes over to Hawkins again. Back to Love at the top. Good defense there as the Devils not letting a lane, and just about that time, driving to the basket. And a good basket was Williams. We just got talking about the lateral movement. And Williams saw the avenue from the right side, went in, foul on the Devils, and a possibility of a three-point play. Second foul on Medemeyer, too, so now Kate's got to go out. And Mia Ellifritz will check in. So it's Ellifritz, Byquist, Loncourt, Brown, and Nicholson, the lineup for the Devils right now. Down 4-0, 5:03 left, first quarter action.
I mean, our bench isn't very long to start with. Without Hamby, and a hobbled Byquist, this is going to be monumental.
Devils, by the way, on the missed shot, got the ball. Byquist drills into the lane, kicks it out to Nicholson. She steps back for three. No good. Good screen out there by the Panthers. One and done for the Devils. Love down the left side, brings it back to the right. All the way. Skips it over to the left block. And taking this step over to the right block was Williams for the basket. Give Love the assist. 6-0 Panthers. Devils have had some good looks at it there. Jada had the outside look. Inside we were point blank. Ella Fritz works to the right side. Loncourt now with the dribble. Takes it down to the baseline, getting double teamed. Miley. And another jump ball. A little quick on that jump ball, but it will stay with the Devils. They'll have it in their own basket.
I'd like to see him go pick and roll with Nicholson and Jada out front, and then put your shooters over there on the side. And okay, if they depending on how the defense plays, you'll have open looks.
Yep, the screens with man-to-man, obviously, because they play some pretty good man-to-man defense.
Yep.
Ellifritz in the right corner, drives out in front. Off the glass, no good. Jada Brown with a rebound. Rebound from the left side, took it with the reverse on the right side. That's Jada Brown with the basket. Cuts in that 6-point opening run by the Panthers. Devils down 6-2. Back on defense in the 1-2-2. Short corner, almost traveling. She threw the ball away as Byquist gets it. Scott is down low back here, so let's go. Got the advantage.
Oh, good pass.
Jada Brown runs the floor. Inside, no good. Little bump, but then losing the ball out of bounds was Williams. Devils will get it back on the baseline.
I mean, the Scott girl, she's 6'2", a little bit bigger, okay, but, I think Jada has the advantage, quickness, running up and down the floor, and making moves.
Ball out of bounds on the right side, Nicholson. Out top, good from three. Miley Loncourt hits the three from outside, and that three is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. By the way, Coach, while you were talking, Madeline Hamby came back in the game, and it looks like it must have been an ankle.
Okay.
Inside Scott, good strong move. Jada does not foul her, and that's a smart move inside. No sense giving her one that close, but the next time maybe go up and try to block the shot and bring the ball down. Devils down 8-5, 3 minutes left, and some change in the first quarter.
Definitely good news getting Hamby back on the floor.
Hamby has it in the left corner right now. Looks for a couple cutters. Out to Jada Brown. Jada got popped in the back of the head, but kicks it out to Loncourt. Loncourt's three, no good. Hamby's down there for the rebound. She outslet back to half court, and Loncourt was there. It was a great save by Hamby, but I don't think Miley expected it to be so hard, and it went right by her in the backcourt. Over and back. Turnover to but it really wasn't a bad turnover, to Principia. But Hamby was down there with Byquist, our two gimps, not to use that, but two injured players down there getting rebounds. 2:52 left in the first. Devils down 8-5, back in the 1-2-2. Byquist at the point, Loncourt and Hamby at the high post. Brown and Nicholson play the low. Good hands by Brown. Oh, good hands by Brown. It goes to Scott, and then Scott's shot is blocked by Nicholson, but she hunts it down. Almost a travel there with a little scoop of the feet. No good. Ball hits the floor again. Devils are not there. Scott inside again. This time there will be a foul, and Scott will shoot 2. Longcore will be whistled for the foul. Devils did a great job on defense. Ball's bouncing the wrong way on the rebounds.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gave up, 3 offensive looks on that one. We got to do a better job, shore up the defensive rebounding.
Devils' 3rd foul in the first quarter. 1 on the other side for Principia. Scott hits the first free throw. She has another.
And the big girl's got a pretty good stroke from the line.
Makes both of them. She's got 4 in the ball game. 2 for 2 from the line for the long red, almost purple braids all the way down to the middle of her back. 2:22 left in first quarter. 10-5, Principia. Lobs inside. Boy, that was a tough lob from 35, 40 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Longcore tried to hit Brown, and Brown was getting help. Now, that's the key. I think Scott's going to get a little worn out because Brown runs the court 85 feet both ends.
Well, in that particular possession, I'd like to see it gone down to the corner, you know what I mean, and then make the entry pass into Jada and let her seal it off.
Nadia Bateman in the corner stopped Chloe Nicholson. I almost would have rather let Chloe go because she had a break to the basket. Devils will have it with the box out of bounds play. Longcore to trigger it. Brown trying to get out with Scott. Not there. Nicholson flashed in. Hamby gets at the top. Goes down to the short corner, quickly back out. Byquist pulls for 3. No good. Long rebound. Brown inside. Nicholson and Chloe's going to the line. Foul will be whistled on Paige Ivy, her first, and Principia's 3rd. And Chloe goes to the line to shoot 2.
Good job by the Blue Devils on the offensive glass on that possession.
Long rebound came out to the free throw line. Brown was there, and the quick entry pass. Nicholson hits the first. First free throws for the Devils on the afternoon. Longcore has a 3, and Brown has a 2. And now 2 free throws here from Nicholson. It's a 10-7 game. Panthers with the lead over the Devils. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Wellman and Pettit down here. Columbia College, the Sophie Cunningham Classic. Also in the ball game now, Cara Payne. Cara, where's number 4? Inside, and actually out here in the corner.
Stepped on the line.
Yep, Scott was in the corner lobbing the ball inside, and a turnover. Devils get the basketball back. Longcore brings it up the court. Left side over here is Nicholson. Left corner is Byquist. Right corner, Hamby. High post is Brown. Hamby brings it up with a dribble. High post pass to Brown. Back to Hamby. Madeline takes the long 3. High arching shot just off the mark, out of bounds. Coach gives encouragement there to keep taking that shot. And she was contested. And when she pulled up, it looked good, but then she was contested at the last second, which altered her shot.
Well, and you always want to see the inside touches. I don't think we saw an inside touch on that one.
In the half-court set. Here's Scott way out on three-point line, no good. Hamby was trying to screen out as Payne was behind her. Not much lateral movement there, and she was a little worried, but then Hamby got her hand out. Ball goes over to Principia on their baseline. They run the box out of bounds play as well. Scott flashes up to set a screen on Byquist. Now rolls up into the high post. Coming across the formation with the dribble. And she gets it to roll around the rim 3 times. Love gets the basket. 12-7 Panthers.
That's the freshman.
Still applying a lot of pressure on the Devils. Longcore behind the back at the midline. Sends it right side with the pass to Nicholson. Chloe waves out Hamby to get off the corner. Long. Now we got to watch those long passes. A lot of time for 2 possessions possibly left in the quarter for the Devils. Nyquist brings it up. Pass to Brown. Goes to the right side. Longcore's 3, no good. Weak side rebound. And it goes out of bounds. So with 40.8 seconds, 35 on the shot clock, so a 5.8 differential. Devils should get the basketball back. Scott's going to get a break here for the last 40 seconds. Elephants will come in. Longcore will check out. So Byquist, Hamby, and Elephants at the point of the 1-2-2. Brown and Nicholson down low. Bateman brings it onto the right side. Lobbed inside the block. Comes right back out. Bateman pass partially tipped by Byquist. Ball works to the left side into the left corner. Good job by the Devils of moving their feet. High, Payne. Payne went inside. Oh, looked like a blocked shot. Said we've got a foul, double checking that. It will be Jada Brown, her first foul. Devils 4th in the quarter. And at the line will be Paige Ivy. She'll shoot 2. 20.4 left in the quarter. Ivy's first off the back of the iron. Brown gets it, but you don't get a rebound for that on a dead ball like that.
Well, in this Principia team, they don't shoot very well from the free throw line. So that's one of the things that you look down, towards the end of the game. It's a close ball game. You can put them on the line and make up some points.
Missed shot. Jada was down there as well as Nadia Bateman, jump ball. And you just mentioned they're 2 for 5 so far.
How many jump balls have we had in this first quarter?
About 5. Shot no good. Another offensive rebound inside, falling to the floor, but picking the ball up is Loncourt, passing it down to Elfritz. Inside 10 seconds. Double team trying to come, and a little push down on the baseline.
Okay.
So Devils will have the ball with 6.8 seconds left in the quarter. Foul called on number 24. That is Mason in the ball game. Her first.
Let's go ahead and pull out one of your, out of bounds plays. Get that wide open 3. Going down by 2 in the first quarter.
Box out of bounds play. Brown steps out. It goes to
There
Byquist.
it
Skips
is.
to the left side.
There
Loncourt
it
pulls the
is.
3 up.
Oh.
No good. Inside ball hits the floor. And we had a jump ball. And, I'm glad they didn't give it to us because a jump ball would have meant we lose the ball at the start of the second quarter. We played a quarter here at the Sophie Classic. It's Principia 12, Quincy 7. Back with more Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
One quarter in the books here at the Sophie Classic. Devils down 12-7 to Principia. First 6 points of the game was scored by Principia. Devils came out with a 2 and then a 3 by Miley Loncourt. 2 free throws by Nicholson, and then that last basket went in. 12-7. Not a bad first quarter, and again, this team will pressure us full court. We worried about Hamby. She is back. Looks like her ankle was taped because they don't see anything around the knees. She's walking fine. Byquist has, of course, the tape, and she said she couldn't move her ankle if she wanted to. And the Devils will start off with the basketball in the second quarter.
Definitely the best news of the first quarter, getting Hamby back and Byquist being able to compete.
Brown goes over to set a screen for Nicholson. Nicholson steps back, goes into Brown at the high post. Good pass inside, and give the assist to Brown. Give Byquist the layup, not a layup, but a 6-footer as she pulled up for the shot.
She got rid of it real quick because the big girls were coming at her, from Principia.
12-9, Devils down by 3. Back in the 1-2-2, Byquist at the point. Loncourt and Hamby at the next level. Deep is Brown and Nicholson, as we've had most of the game so far. We talk about how we can put Byquist out at the point. Last second three-pointer here as the shot clock was winding down. Devils with a great job forcing that shot up. Shot was missed by Jamie Brown on the other side. Devils get the basketball.
I think Miss Byquist is okay the way she was moving her feet on that last defensive possession.
Indeed. In the half-court set, Byquist left wing. Loncourt flashed, so did Hamby. Comes back to Byquist, fires the 3. Comes up short and out of bounds. Again, you have to, when you have that look, you've got to get it up quick because they do close out, that being the Panthers.
And I worry about the ankle when you're shooting because you shoot with your legs.
Panthers with the basketball in the half-court set. 7 minutes left in the first half action. Stick around in the half. We'll talk about this game and also break down not only the tournament down here, but tonight's game. Baseline shot, the nice little runner from the baseline. That was Love who hits the score for the Panthers. Devils on the other end. There you go, Scott with a foul as Jada Brown outruns their post most nights. Jada's going to go to the line. Should be a 2-shot. For Scott, it'll be her first foul. First of the second half. Check that, second quarter. I think that's a key too, Coach, is just to keep getting Jada out on the run and beating Scott down the court.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'd like to see Scott in a pick-and-roll situation, up on the high side and watching Chloe Nicholson coming off that screen and to see how she would react. Either Nicholson's going to get by or Jada's going to have a layup.
Jada makes both free throws, cuts it to a 14-11 lead for the Panthers of Principia, who have the basketball. Devils in the 1-2-2. Ball works around the perimeter, goes inside. Brown was up high, and what she was looking for, Jada kind of turned. Scott used her left arm to kind of hook her to reach up for that ball, but Jada did not have great position.
Well, we got to do a better job on the weak side defense and come over, and start chopping up on that, instead of letting her get that ball that low. You should be right there. When she comes down with it, you got that hand going up, and you dislodge the ball.
Jada with 2 fouls has to take a break. Kate Medemeyer checks in.
Good
drive
defense.
all the way around the basket. Missing the shot was Hawkins, but we had 4 Devils around, and they let the ball hit the floor. Now, in theory, that's a great screen out, but then somebody's got to go get the ball a little quicker.
Well, good defense by Medemeyer, stepping up and sealing off on that possession.
Second foul of the quarter. This one went against Hawkins at half court. Devils have the basketball, 6-12 and counting in the first half. Nicholson has it at half court now. Starts working right side, behind the back to the left side. Lost the handle for a moment. A triple team out there. Medemeyer started to make a move, got bumped and lost the basketball. If she turned, Hamby was there. Nicholson was not going to set up, not many people are going to set up for the charge on Scott. She's a big girl and she moves quickly. So Nicholson tried to jump back away and tried to block the shot. Chloe's going to get called for her first foul. Devils second. Deja Scott at the line. She was 2 for 2 in the first quarter. A basket to go with. Make that 3 for 3. So you talked about overall free throw shooting for the Panthers, not good, but Scott is good. 3 for 3 on the day. The rest of her team 0 for 3. And missed that one. Good job by Nicholson. She held off her player, Bateman, for that rebound. Hamby tried to throw it through the whole defense. Ball was tipped by 2 Panthers and in transition. Scott went around. She went around Nicholson, but Nicholson blocked the shot from behind. Long pass to Byquist. Byquist in traffic. And a foul on the floor, not when she was shooting.
Chloe's lucky she didn't pick up, number 3?
Chloe's that only one.
She only got one, so
Jada's
it's been
got the
number 2. Okay.
Yes. Foul was against Hawkins, though, and that's her second on the other side for Principia. Devils take it all the way back to half court. Nicholson with it. Crossover dribble. Boy, that ball is not bouncing up for her. Longcore loses the handle there. A lot of loose balls there. Principia gets the steal and going into the basket and block shot out of bounds as Walker, if she's going to take Nicholson to the hole, she needs to jump back into her. Instead, she's going to the
either
layup.
that or go on the other side of the rim and come up and do a reverse layup.
Right, because Chloe's got such length, she reaches out and blocks.
Well,
and a quick timeout for Coach Dance with 5:23 left in the first half. Principia 15, Quincy High 11. You're listening, of course, today only on meccasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
Back at the Sophie Classic, Columbia College. And of course, they did some revamping of this since I was in many years ago. Checking out, back by the time Ryan Nyssen was here, and actually the late 90s when I was with the Online Scouting Network. Professional company owned by Jerry Rice and Ryan Sandberg wasn't there, Hubie Brooks. 5 guys were there. Roger Craig. Oh, gosh, I'll have to pull out all 5 out here in a moment. That'll be my trivia question for halftime. 5:23 after the timeout. Second quarter action. Devils are down 15-11. Scott comes back out on the other side. Hawkins has 2 fouls. She comes out. Love as well. Trying to see who's playing that far side. Yeah, Sherlyn Auma into the ball game. Her first appearance. Box out of bounds play for Principia. Inside to Scott. Medemeyer's there. Great job by Medemeyer. Did just enough bump. Scott knocks over bodies and saves the ball.
Way too easy.
Drive to the basket. And another one of those nice little runners there by Love. She's had 2 of them off the left side, but it was a second opportunity for Principia getting the offensive rebound. 5 minutes left in the first half. Longcore brings the ball across the timeline. Ellifrit's in the game to the left side to Byquist. She stops on the short corner. Pulls up for 15. Good. Cam Byquist. She's got 2 buckets. Nice shot there from the left side. Devils down 17-13. Driving in, taking that slow down drive, missing it. Devils get the rebound. Nicholson down to Byquist. Byquist runs the floor well and to the basket. Cam's ankle sure seems to be good there because she takes the ball all the way down for the score.
Good rebound by Nicholson, and then the push out with 2 dribbles, and then Byquist for the layup.
Scott from outside, no good. Ball bounces on the strong side, and picking that ball up and taking it in is Love with the offensive rebound.
Got to do a better job on the defensive glass.
19-15, halfway through the second quarter. Devils with the basketball. Nicholson goes down left corner. Ellifritz is there, actually on the wing. Just off the left block. Good job by Miley Longcore. Came to the left block, turned at 16 foot, hits the basket. Devils down by a basket inside 4 minutes here left in the first half. Panthers in the half court set, 25 feet from the basket. All the way here in the right corner. Stopping at the short corner instead of taking it all the way. Good job there by Byquist. She was behind Scott, knocked the ball away off of Scott. It would be Blue Devil basketball, but what I couldn't figure, Coach, Payne was wide open in the corner. She took the drive, and she had a lane all the way to the basket. She stopped for a short corner shot instead of taking it to the basket.
Well, yeah, I mean, not a good decision, by Principia on that possession offensively.
Full court pressure being applied. That's Payne on Longcore, brings it up the right side. Behind the back, into the front court. Nicholson off the left side. Ellifritz flash down, got the ball in the left corner. Reset for the Devils. High post is Medemeyer. Brown has been out, Jada, because she's got 2 fouls. Nicholson flash down to the short corner, brings it back out to the right wing. Skips over to Longcore.
Dangerous pass there.
Good job inside. Medemeyer tried to take a short hook, missed the shot. Hustling there was a good job by Principia, but then Medemeyer stole the ball. To the left side. Longcore's 3, no good. Weak side rebound. Thought we might have another jump ball. Principia comes away with it. Running the floor is Love. Stops on the right side. Throws it to nobody. Ellifritz takes it away. Here comes Mia trying to outrun the crowd. And Mia went in strong, but Love snuck behind her and blocked the shot. Ball went out of bounds on the Panthers. Devils basketball.
That's why Love averages 1 block a game right there.
Quickness. And again, she didn't try to beat her to the basket.
Nope.
She just went ahead and trailed her enough to get to that spot and block it.
Oh.
Yeah, Miley a little quick on that pass to Byquist. I think she was getting to the corner early to try to take the shot before passing the ball in. Longcore to trigger it. And we're going to have a hold on this one. From the high post, Nicholson tried to cut to the basket. Nadia Bateman, her second. 4th team foul.
Foul number 4, so next one, Blue Devils will be shooting 2 for the rest of the quarter.
Cam Byquist gets a break with 2:51 left in the half. Hamby's back in. Longcore to trigger the box out of bounds play. Nicholson gets it. Back to Longcore in the corner. Miley started to dribble. Step back, takes the shot. No good. Good look there. Miley follows her shot, but Love beats her to it. Love in transition in the left corner. Nicholson flies by. Shot no good.
Another
taken over there by
rebound.
Walker. But inside Love. Check it. Payne was on that one. I had to wait to listen there. She wears number 4. Looks real close to number 1, Love. 21-17. Principia over the Devils. Thrown in the corner. Ellifritz almost lost the ball, but she saves it. Oh, and good pass there. Nicholson out front. Good. Chloe Nicholson drills the 3 from outside. Give Ellifritz the save and the assist. We got a 1-point game now, Coach. Down by 1, 21-20. 2 minutes left in the first half. Devils go back 1-2-2. Ellifritz at the point. Hamby and Longcore high. Nicholson. And behind Nicholson was behind Williams. Chloe commits her second foul. Devils' 3rd of the quarter. Coach looks to see if he should sub or not. Coach, you're not going to say sub Jada. But now Scott comes in, so Byquist will trigger. She'll come in. Nicholson will go down. Good idea with two fouls. If you can have Brown and Nicholson go into the next quarter with 2, you'll be fine. Box out of bounds play and screen out on the rebounds. Principia from the left side. They're going to go in. Medemeyer's going to bounce with Scott. She goes around and inside. Good move. Nothing Kate could do on that one. Scott with a good basket. Full court pressure. Byquist lost it for a minute. Longcore has it. Miley behind the back, across the timeline. Starts to head to the right side, backs it out, keeps her dribble going. Call him 5 second, but there really wasn't a 5 second closely guarded there. Hamby now with it. Hamby goes left side to Elifritz. Way away from the basket. We got to get moved in a little closer. Byquist from the right side. She pulls up for 3. No, it's 2.
That's
She's
2.
on the line. So
Yep.
Byquist hits it. She's got 8 off the bench right now, Coach. I think her ankle's just fine.
Yeah, it's, you see a little bit of lift, on the shots, but still, she's good to go.
Inside pass lost. Oh, but right there, good save. But then Scott missed it. Scott got her own rebound. And Scott will take it back after she took 2 shots at it. Ivy threw the ball away, but then Ivy tracked it down and saved it to Scott. Devils were going after the ball, and that left Scott open for the easy basket. The second time. 25-22. Principia with the lead. Devils with the basketball. Hamby to the right side short corner. Medemeyer. She skips it out to the left corner. Having to get that ball and hustle was Byquist. Byquist back to the top. Ball is tipped. Loncourt, great save with one hand. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Loncourt down to 5. Medemeyer starts to make a drive. Medemeyer no good. Ball came back out. This is Payne. Payne in transition. Payne going to the basket. Loncourt commits the foul. Not a bad foul in that situation. It's her second, though. And Payne will go to the line to shoot 2. 13.1 left in the first half. I love the life of a photographer. Load up that vest and everything you need. Free throw is good for Payne. Her first trip to the free throw line this afternoon. Jada Brown and Chloe Nicholson both coming in with 13-1 left in the quarter. Brown and Medemeyer will be down low, screening out. Second one is good. Payne makes both of them. Devils have the basketball. The 4-point run now gives a 5-point lead for Principia. Loncourt, 83 feet from the basket with 10 seconds.
They're get going.
Got to move it up. Got to get some passes going. Down to 6 seconds. Loncourt comes around to the front. Throws it to Nicholson. Nicholson pulls up for the 3. Too late. And the red light on the backboard means that's it, along with the buzzer. And we've played a half here at Columbia College. It's Principia 27, Quincy High 22 in the first half. Coach, what do you think?
Well, I tell you what, the girls have played, very well today. Aside from a little bit of foul trouble and, a couple of bangs and bruises, I think we've done pretty well against this very good Principia ball club.
It's halftime at the Sophie Classic. Devils are down by 5. Stick around. We'll have the halftime entertainment. We also see usually Sophie and her sister Lindsay out there. Halftime score, Principia 27, Quincy High 22. And you're listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
And back at halftime, the Sophie Classic, Sophie Cunningham Classic. Devils are down by 5. Game started off Principia with the first 6 points of the ball game. Devils back with a bucket and a 3-pointer. It was 6-5. Devils were down 10-5, and they took that 5-point deficit into the first quarter, down 12-7. Second quarter, Devils would battle back. It was a 1-point game there for a moment, as it was 21-20. gave up a basket, got one of their own, and at 23-22, Devils gave up the last 4 points of the half, including 2 free throws by Payne, and that's your score, 27-22 at the half. What do you think, Coach, of the first half?
Well, good job coming back. From that 6-0 deficit to start with, we've got to do a better job on defensive glass. Way too many offensive putbacks, for Principia. And, if we'd have cleaned that up, we'd probably be up in the first half. But we got to do a better job on the defensive glass. And once we get the boards on defensive glass, you need to push the ball, which you saw glimpses of that, in the first half. With them getting the offensive rebound, Nicholson did it a couple times and basically pushed the ball up the floor, and it led to easy looks for the Blue Devils.
Yes, indeed. Hey, by the way, we look at the page, and everybody's got advertising, and so you have advertising for the team page, and it was so funny because beforehand, Brad was talking about Wills Nixon, and I said, yeah, you'll see him, of course, during the shootout, and you can also catch him at the bottom of the page here. Noxon Trucking LLC is in the bottom here. Of course, they're in Hannibal, so Wills, we'll catch you back there at the shootout as well, and hey, you'll be glad to see you on meccasportsco.com as well. What do you think, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm looking for the schedule of the games in my program. They've got everything else in there because it is a 3-day event. Last night, we expected Principia to play Columbia Hickman. Principia had no school yesterday. They have a policy between I think there's like 6 private schools there in St. Louis that say no play, no going to school, no play, and so no day, no play. And so that's why they did some flip-flopping, and Principia did not play last night, and this was their first game after that. So not a bad team at 10-1. Scott, we've held her to 9 points, but we've given up way too many offensive rebounds. Some of those have bounced the wrong way, but a couple of them have been, we just haven't screened anybody out, and they've gotten 2 or 3 opportunities at the basket.
Yep, and you can't continue to do that. Give good teams extra possessions on the offensive end. You can't continue to do that because they'll put the ball in the hole, the good teams will. And I say that this is one of those teams that, I look at the losses that the Blue Devils have had this year. You've got state-ranked teams in Alleman, Galesburg, Sterling, St. Ignatius. You've lost to some very, very, very good teams. This one right here, I would put them in the same class as those 4 teams.
Oh, most definitely. And then this team, Principia, has only lost to Link Academy. We saw them right before. And, of course, we're very familiar with the Link Academy boys team as they show up at our shootout and seem to draw some players from all over. I just saw somebody from Link that's playing, I don't know if it was Mizzou or LSU. I don't know if it on either one of those rosters as I was down here at the Mizzou Arena on Tuesday. There's Sophie down there right now walking by saying hi to everybody. We were hoping to catch Amber Schreck down here, and tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Mizzou plays. Problem is, the Blue Devils play at 2 o'clock, and so we'll be over here. We thought maybe she'd show up. We did say hi to Greg Logston. He's down here. Of course, Greg, very involved with the traveling basketball down here. He had one of the players from Link, as well as Cardinal Ritter, in their program. Chloe Nicholson is also in their program. And Greg said there was about 12 Division I coaches here today checking out the players that are here. And this is a highlight for girls basketball, especially over here in Missouri.
Oh yeah, you've got some big time programs, coming here to play. I'm just looking over, some rosters. Just saw Incarnate Ward from St. Louis over there warming up. I'm like, oh my goodness, you got a couple of 6'3" gals on that team, and. Like I say, you've got a lot of Division I talent down here at this tournament.
Hey, and speaking of that, I was down here watching that LSU game. Jeff Moore, of course, from John Wood, is the head of recruiting, and so he's one of the coaches on the staff the last 3 years. While standing in line afterwards in a cold night, because if you're familiar with down here, you can show up to the Norm Stewart and park pretty close like we did last year. That's all permit parking when you talk about the ball games. So you have to park down low, take a bus. And it's always pretty quick on the way up. On the way out, we had a real long line. I stood next to a guy who was all bundled up. And we got to talking, and the more he's talking, he talked about coaching. He was from Memphis, Missouri. And the more we got into it, of course, he was at Arkansas State as an assistant for at least 5 years before 20 years as the head coach. He's the all-time winningest coach at Arkansas State. And that's Brian Boyer, He is now in Lee Summit after stepping down or been, the last few years. He's got his own basketball factory over there, works with young kids, and so it was nice to see Brian Boyer and share some familiar names from Scotland County in that area, including Brett Bondurant and Dave Bowden, a former teacher who did what we do, did radio, and he sat on the Chris Dewar student-athlete committee when they first started that student-athlete committee. It was area media, and I was the representative from Quincy, and Ray Holloman was on the board as the chairman of the board. He did the Frank Sinatra stuff, so always nice seeing all that. Well, it's halftime. Devils are down 27-22. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be ready for the second half. Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
Back at halftime here, Mecca Sports Co. halftime. Hey, if you'd like to sponsor the halftime, get a hold of Coach Pettit and myself. We'll be glad to set you up. We got games coming up, lots of good ball games coming up. Tonight we'll be at Blue Devil Gymnasium. The Senators from Springfield come in with a very quick team and a team that's lost to East St. Louis by 1, Peoria by 1 or 2. They've got 4 losses by 1, 1 by 2, and 1 by 4 of their 8 losses, and they've been quality teams.
Well, yeah, and it's one thing, and the Blue Devils, they've got the target on their back, being ranked number 1 in the state in 4A. So you're going to get everybody's best effort, best game, when they come. So it's one of those things to where, we're going to have to come out and be focused and disciplined like we were last night and, just ratchet up that defense and get after it, and I think we'll be okay.
And then, of course, tomorrow I will drive this way. Pettit will drive north to Rockford back home as he gets ready for a busy week we will have. As I will come down tomorrow for the Quincy High game against Stratford. That's a 2 o'clock game. Look for the pregame 15 minutes early. Should be a good one. Then next week it opens up a great week. Tuesday at Moline. Quincy High, Andy Douglas, Sean Taylor, Moline. Good ball game. Then later in the week at Blue Devil Gym, Rock Island, our first look at them. And then on Saturday, and we've got another girls game in there, by the way, but squeezed in all of that. Lincoln on Saturday come in, Coach Alexander. So busy week for the Blue Devils and, of course, for the gals as well. I double-checked my schedule. As the second half will start off with the Panthers having the basketball.
'Tis the season. We're coming up on the Martin Luther King also, which will have the Notre Dame Raiders up at Bloomington Central Catholic. I mean, we've been kind of snake bit, the last 2 years, with the weather, not getting up there to go. But that's always a fun tournament up there also.
That other game I was mentioning is Thursday at Rock Island as the girls are up there, and that'll be next week. Starting the second half, Principia the basketball. We'll get the set here as the ball goes inside out, and it goes to the left side. Hawkins hits a three-pointer to open up the second half.
Well, they went inside to the big girl, and then she kicked it out for the wide open look.
Devils will start out. Longcore, Hamby, Nicholson, Brown, and Medemeyer. Nicholson and Brown both with 2 fouls. Skipped over to the left corner. Miley Longcore sets. Three-pointer no good. Good screen out there. Nicholson was waiting for the rebound. Screening her out was Nia Walker. We'll check our lineup there. I'm sure it's Hawkins, Love, Walker, Scott, who gets the ball inside, makes the basket, and the first foul of the second half. She's going to have a chance at the three-point play.
And Jada picked up number 3, I believe. Oh, okay. That's her third.
So Miley, who was not in foul trouble in the first, 3 now. And Scott finishes out the three-point play.
And Principia has stretched out the lead to 11 here, 33-22 with 7 minutes to go here in the third.
Full court pressure coming again from the Panthers. Nicholson brings it across the timeline. Lobbed inside to Medemeyer. Great pass from Longcore to Medemeyer. And Kate brought it in, took it to the hole for the bucket. Boy, that was a nice lob from the right side. And Kate holding her defender on her hip before she released. 6:45 left, third quarter action. Principia 33, Quincy 24. Devils back in the 1-2-2. Shot from the left corner, no good. Rebound comes out in front. Longcourt gets it. Out to Hamby. Hamby, bounce pass. Medemeyer. And luckily, Kate lost the ball, and as she was losing it, the ball was blocked out of bounds, so Devils will have it under their own basket. Box out of bounds play. Actually, Brown will step up to the high post. Nicholson gets it. Nicholson steps back for the three. Oh, rattles in and out. But the ball comes right in the hands of Jada. Jada missed the layup with the left hand. I don't think she was expecting that ball to rattle and come out to her, and that was a point-blank missed shot there. Baseline, Love starts the drive. Steps out of bounds. Good bump there by the Devils playing defense on the far end. Boy, that was just a tough situation. It bounced right to Jada. It looked like she had made it. Just didn't get up over the iron.
Need to get a good look on this possession and cut into the lead.
Love riding on Longcourt. Gets it back to Nicholson. Nicholson goes inside. Good job to Medemeyer. And Medemeyer got the shot up before Scott got over to try to block the shot. 33-26.
Let's get a stop here.
Devils down by 7. Forgot to put the last points up there on the other side for Principia. It doesn't work. They don't do that for the board if I don't put it in my book. Principia, left corner, short corner. Drive into the hole. Shot, no good. Bailing her out, and I think Longcourt might end up with her fourth. They'll give Nicholson there, so Nicholson has 3. Longcourt has 3. I did not. And Nicholson in the first half, of course, the one she did, but she's reached over a couple of nice block shots, but with her length, you can't call her on that, so it was on the drive.
Well, and she's got 3 also.
At the line is Jayla Hawkins. Rattles the first one in. She'll have another one. Nicholson to come out. Cam Byquist checks back in. So Byquist and Longcourt the guards. Hamby, Medemeyer, and Brown. 5:38 left third quarter action. 34-26 Principia. Hawkins second one. Pretty good shot there. Hawkins and Payne both 2 for 2 on the day. On the other side, 4 for 5 is Scott. Devils with the basketball in the half-court set. Byquist takes it to the left side. Trying to go inside. They call Byquist for the double dribble. So I don't know if she put her hand on it, the second hand.
I didn't see it.
The official did. He was right there in front of it as we were just trying to set up Jada Brown on a one-on-one against Scott down low. In the high post is Scott. Ball goes to the right side. That's Hawkins. Back to the top where Love. The 1-2-2, trying to keep that ball away from Scott. She gets it in the short corner. Nice job by Jada, jamming her. Shot from the corner is no good. Coming up over the back, but Longcourt still gets the rebound. Williams came across and was on the back. Long pass down. Hamby to the basket. And we're going to be shooting. Foul will be called on Hawkins, and if it is, it's her third. She had 2 early in. First foul against Principia in the second half. Hamby to go to the line to shoot 2. Now, you know when Madeline's starting to break, you can tell that she's, running, not gimpily, but, gingerly. There you go. She shot the ball very nice low. Hamby with the first free throw. Madeline will have one more. Second free throw, no good. Only 4 Principia players on the lane, and it'll be their basketball. Love works right side. Hawkins back to Love. Scott started to flash up high. Now the shot from the right side, no good. Weak side rebound. Good job by Longcourt keeping Williams away from the basket. And gets the rebound. Devils move the ball up into the half-court offensive set. Down the right side is Byquist. Trying to look inside. She wants to go into Brown. Stead goes up high, and Medemeyer was making a cut. Taking the ball away is Williams. Williams steps through. Misses the shot. Rebound. That was an offensive board again. And then Scott gets the ball at 14 feet and hits the J. Another opportunity, Coach, we mentioned. 37-27, Devils down by 10 halfway through the third quarter. Now a foul out high. Trying to reach in there was Love. It'll be her second foul. Second team foul for Principia in the third quarter. Nicholson's in. Longcourt's going to take a break. Miley's got 3 fouls. Chloe comes in with 3 fouls. So it's Byquist, Nicholson, Hamby, Medemeyer, and Brown for the Devils. Nicholson comes right side to Byquist. Looks inside. Brings it back out. Lazy pass. Luckily, Jada went to it. Scott couldn't get it. Bounces it inside. Ball bounces off 3 people's knees. It's on the floor. Now we got a jump ball. We had a bunch of those early in the ball game, 5 or 6 to start off.
Just sloppy. A sloppy offensive possession where, 3 or 4 passes were deflected, in that particular possession.
Devils will get it on the alternate possession with 3:56 left in the third. Down by 10. Box is squeezed in, box out of bounds play. Hamby into the corner, Nicholson looking for somebody. Comes back high. That's the dangerous pass. And there it is. Good call there as Brown had Scott on her hip.
Good see.
And they almost let her get away with the foul. She might have got popped in the face, that meaning Deja. It's her second foul, team foul number 3 in the third quarter.
Whoever said this wasn't a physical game?
Oh, it always has. It always has been. And, of course, she was trying to reach on top and get there. Jada was doing a good job of sealing her off, and she got popped right in the head. Deja's going to take a seat. We hope she's okay. In the ball game will be Paige Ivy coming back in. So now they get shorter and quicker. But I'll still let Jada run the floor. Box out of bounds play, Hamby. Out to Brown, left high post. Here comes Byquist. She gets the handoff, takes it all the way to the hole. Ball bounces off the weak side. Boy, we had the layup. It was going to be in there, and it just rolled off the right side.
We've had like 3 or 4 of those this game.
Hawkins drives, kicks it out, but then Byquist steals it. Cam looking at the basket, trying to go one-on-one. Takes it all the way in, gets pushed down low. Foul will be called on Williams, her first, team's 4th, and Byquist in the line to shoot 2.
And once again, we're sitting here again with 3:33 left, and they've got 14 fouls. So the next foul that Principia, commits, we'll be shooting 2 free throws from the line. Now we need to keep going at the basket, though.
That's 3:33 left in the quarter as well. Cam hits the first free throw. She'll have another. That's her first trip to the charity stripe today.
Easy way to make up points is when the clock's not running and nobody's guarding you.
Dead ball points. Sometimes the worst nightmare, sometimes it's a good thing. It's a good thing right now. Early in the lane, doesn't matter. Byquist hits the shot. She's got 10 points. She came in that second quarter, 8 points off the bench, showing that her ankle's fine. 37-29, Devils are down by 8. 3:25 left in the third quarter action. Oh, bounced across the formation, almost where Nicholson could have stepped up and got it. That bounced all the way in from the right side in the left block. Ivy steps in front and gets the basket. Devils let that one come across the whole zone. Long
Need
bounce
to keep
pass.
your hands up and get those deflections.
Nicholson to the right side. Behind the back, there you go. Brown came out to get it because they are flashing. Brown drives to the basket. Kicks in the left corner. Hamby's high arching shot. Up, 1-2 bounces off. And then saving the ball was Williams. Check that, Ivy. And here comes Principia. Ball goes in the back court. Ooh, and it was touched. That was a good call. Because coming down the court when the ball was flying her way was Ivy. Hit her in the knee. That's over and back. Taking the break will be Nia Walker. Devils right now with Byquist, Nicholson, Hamby, Medemeyer, and Brown. Other side, Payne has checked in. Payne is in there with Bateman, who also checked in. Love stays in. Scott has been out. Williams and Ivy inside. Good pass from the high post. Medemeyer. She'll get the assist. Jada Brown gets the basket. Keep feeding Jada, especially with Scott being out of the game right now. And with 4 fouls on Principia in the quarter. 3-pointer from the left side, no good. Devils don't get the rebound, though. Ball comes back out. Another 3-pointer, no good. Medemeyer had good position. Somehow inside, Bateman got a hold of the ball, made it to the right side, and Bateman will go to the line to shoot.
2 offensive rebounds on that set. For Principia, the more shots you get at the basket, especially down low, the better off you'll be. And that's what they've done this quarter, to stretch this lead out.
Ham was called on the foul, her first. 3rd team foul against the Devils. Ham is going to come out. Longcore is going to check in. First free throw is good by Bateman. I was trying to check Nadia's size. She's one of the shorter guards, but she was in there in the land of the Giants. Second one, no good. Ball was tipped out, and she gets her own rebound.
Another offensive rebound.
No good on the shot, but Brown gets the rebound. Jada has it taken away from behind. Inside shot, finger roll, no good. Brown gets this one. This time, Jada pulls it out and chins it up, as coach says. And she gets a foul against Principia, and we're heading down this way to shoot free throws.
Yep, Jado shoot 2.
Bateman aggressive out there. Her 3rd foul now in the ball game. 15 foul with 2 point. Well, I had 15 foul.
We're shooting free throws. We're shooting free throws.
That's right. We know it. Coach Bergman calls it out right away. Says, hey, we are shooting free throws. Good job working that one out. Jada will go to the line to shoot 2. She was 2 for 2 in the second quarter. As we mentioned, foul on Bateman. She's got 3. Hawkins has 3. Scott, who's out of the game, and got bumped in the head, but she's waiting to go in. She's got 2. As Jada hits her first one, the Devils, Longcore's got 3, and Nicholson with 3. Jada's got 2. Scott comes back in. Also, Payne comes back in for Principia. 2:04 left in the third. As the gym gets quiet. We don't, though. Brown's second one bounces around and bounces in.
Shooter's touch.
That's what you got to love there. Jada Brown hits both those free throws. 4 in the quarter, 8 for the ball game. Inside 2 minutes, 40-33, Devils down by 7. Double team in the corner. Comes back out to the wing. 3-pointer, no good. Jada Brown goes up. Behind her, knocking the ball away was Payne.
Another offensive rebound.
In the corner, no good. This time, Longcore tracks it down. Longcore swings, get the ball away. She gets it out, but right to Payne. Ball hits Scott in the leg. Goes out of bounds. Devils get lucky on that one. As we're doing a good job of screening out, but then when we get the ball, they're getting a double team. You either got to get big with that thing or get rid of it if 2 players are on you. 1:34 left in the quarter. Some full court pressure being applied. Payne picks up Longcore. Just waiting over there, hovering as Walker was waiting to help out. Across the timeline now. Longcore comes right side. Gets it to Byquist. Byquist inside. Brown, great job. Byquist with the bounce pass and the assist. Jada Brown with the quick move and a quick timeout by Coach Dance. Devils have run off 6 straight points, have got the ball game within 5.
Right where we started at halftime.
I got 39-35. They got 39-35.
40-35.
40-35. I'm going to have to double check on that one, Coach. 13, okay, I do have 40. Did we have an and 1 last time? We've had 1 in the quarter, a 3, 2 free throws. All right, we'll just put a little 40 over there and adjust. My book's right. My running score was a little off there, but 40-35, 1:18 left in the third quarter action. Devils hanging in there. Playing some good ball at times.
Well, they've had to fight back like crazy. You know, I mean, down by 10, you know, in this quarter. And, you know, shoot, they've had to fight back like crazy, but they're still going to have to do a better job on the defensive glass. You know, I mean, I think most of the points in this quarter by Principia has been off of second chance opportunities, you know, off of the offensive glass.
Oh, there's no doubt there. That was a free throw by Nadia Bateman. She went 1 for 2. That's my 40th. Got back on track. Yeah, the Devils, when they're making the passes, it's the wing pass back to the top of the key when Jada's out there. It's a lazy pass, and it's a pass being guarded, you know, and defended. So you're either going to have to dribble back to her or somebody's going to need to come out and help out because that pass can't happen.
We're way too wide, you know, when we're starting our offense up. You know, you need to get it inside the volleyball line, you know, and make sure you're, you know, diving in, then coming back out and getting it. And that entry pass, you know, is the biggest pass of the whole set.
Principia with the basketball. They've got a 5-point lead. 1 minute left in the third. Scott starts to drive, then does a nice wraparound pass down on the block. Losing the handle, but kicking out in the corner to Love. Love starts to drive. Devils doing a good job of defense.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Scott starts to drive. Popping up there, helping out was Brown. Medemeyer gets the weak side rebound. Good job. I'm looking for somebody to take a charge on her, too, by the way, on Scott. Devils in the half-court set. Nicholson with a couple good ball moves.
I don't think I would.
Good job there. Ooh, Scott could have been called for that one. She had a good job of handling on the ball, but then after bumped her. Jada Brown into the corner. Chloe Nicholson for the step-back 3. Off the iron. Oh, great job by Byquist going up over Love. Gets another opportunity. Longcore hits the 3 from the top of the key. Good job by Byquist. She kept the ball alive. Hits the 3-pointer. Of course, that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com.
Big offensive rebound by Byquist.
9 straight points for the Devils has made it a 2-point game. Down to 6 left in the quarter. do not give up a three-point shot, or a shot for that matter. Trying to come back across. No, they will not. And that's how we'll end the third quarter. Devils close out the third quarter quite well. And we'll head into the fourth quarter. Principia 40, Quincy 38. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
3 quarters in the book, Coach. 40-38. Principia has a 2-point lead. Devils are down by 5 at the half, 27-22. So won that quarter, 16-13. Good job by the Devils there. And, of course, Byquest kept that one alive, jumping up over the defense, tipping it back, then getting the assist out for the three-pointer from Longcore.
Yeah, the key is last 3 minutes, of that quarter, the Blue Devils came out and we're not giving up the offensive rebounds. We're taking care of the glass and then pushing it out, and getting good looks at the basket.
And so many times that call will be called when you're behind a girl and get a rebound, especially at the guard position. Fourth quarter will start off. Principia with the basketball. Devils will be in there 1-2-2. Byquest with the high post. Nicholson and Longcore. Shot from the corner. No good for 3. Longcore on the weak side as Brown and Medemeyer will round out the lineup for the Devils in the fourth quarter. Back to the top at half court with the CCs there for Columbia College. In the high post, Jada Brown. She looked quickly for a backdoor cut. Now she gets a backdoor cut from Longcore. It was a little long on her, but Smiley does a great job of bringing it in. Brown will get the assist. Longcore, the basket, and we are tied 40-40.
Good patience on that offensive set by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Jada looked for the first cutter. I think it was Byquest.
Well, she looked at like cutter 3, and then I think cutter 3 finally was open.
Longcore had to reach out before the ball went out of bounds, and then she was behind the basket and got back into the front. 7:20 left in this one. Payne on the left side for Principia. Scott's in the high post. In the game is Walker with the ball at the top. He goes to the free throw lane. No good. Oh, and a great job by Longcore. Brown's going to get the rebound, but Scott had a tip up, and Longcore blocked the shot partially. And then Nicholson throws a one-hand pass to Medemeyer coming down the lane. Principia comes the other way. Byquest stays up. Nicholson then tried to fly around the side to block a shot. And I know she doesn't want to take a charge on Scott.
Well, it drives me nuts, but Scott got the ball from the volleyball line, drove it all the way down, and nobody slowed her down or even tried to get in front of her to make her change direction, change dribbling with the hands, whatever. That was just way too easy defensively on the transition.
I know Chloe's trying to use her length and her ability to block the shot, but when she's out there in that much time, you know where she's going. All you got to do is get between her and the basket.
Oh, yeah.
And then Byquest is running alongside, too, to help out. Now, Cam did have her hands up, but she knew she wasn't going to block the shot. So 6:55 left on the timeout. Principia takes over the lead again, 42-40. Scott, of course, we had 9 in the first half. She's got 7 in the second, 16 unofficially. Devils need to go back inside. Scott has 2 fouls. Devils will have the basketball. Full court pressure being applied by Principia in the backcourt. Trying to make the quick pass back, and the quick pass back was lazy. Payne had the ball, and Jada had to commit the foul, her third, and Principia's basketball. They got the foul still up from the last quarter there. Ball goes in the backcourt. It was touched. So Payne will bring it back for Principia, working right to left on your dial. Kind of the old radio. Good job in the high post. Cam's right there fronting Scott. That's just awesome stuff. To the right side, Nicholson tips it away, then tips it away again. Payne, though, gets it in the backcourt. Now the Devils are at a disadvantage. From the side. Oh, great hands there by Jada Brown on the left wing. That ball was going to go into Scott, and it was going to be up to Medemeyer and Longcore to pick up Scott. 6:28.
Good job staying active with your hands, Jada, on that play.
Panthers basketball into their own basket. Ball will come out at half court. Hawkins will get it. Love's on the right side. Left side is Walker. Inside is Scott. Scott's got too much space in there. Good job by Medemeyer to keep that one alive. Then Byquist came down and blocked the shot. And then a delayed call after we got the rebound. Cam was on the side, but 2 out of the 3 officials called it, so her second foul, team foul number 2 in the fourth quarter. Principia with none. I've got 2. They've got 1. I think they missed the last one. Scott to be at the line to shoot. This one's off the front of the iron.
Yeah, she started out pretty good, but she's missed her last couple, hadn't she?
She hit her first 3 out of 4. Hit the first one in that blue collar in the third quarter. And connects on 1 or 2 right here. 43-40. Devils down by 3. 6 minutes left. There's the pass to half court. Brown got it, but then Nicholson tracked it back down. Here's Jada at half court. Down to Byquist. Oh, and a great fake on Byquist. Problem was the defense was straight up, and that was Walker. So Cam was trying to save the ball to somebody, and the ball went out of bounds. That was good defense there by Walker. As Byquist came in, she just put her hands up and kind of moved out of the way. 6 minutes left here. Devils down by 3. Back in the 1-2-2 with Cam at the top. Longcore Nicholson now at the high post. Brown and Medemeyer low. Scott with the long braids. Comes left, passes, and then goes inside. Brown does a great job, but the ball comes right back to her. But then Medemeyer and Brown double team her. Brown gets the block shot. Here come the Devils. Nicholson at half court loses the handle on the ball. Pass was there this time. And driving through the lane and not stopping her is Love. She had 8 in the first half. That's her first in the second half. And now a 5-point lead by Principia. Good job in transition. Brown passed it off. Shot was no good by Byquist. Rebounded was Nicholson. Byquist gets another rebound. Back out to Longcore. Skipped over. Left side, Medemeyer will skip the pass on this time. Nicholson. Longcore for 3. Good pass there as Medemeyer skipped Nicholson and went across the other way to Longcore, and that 3 was brought to you by Whitmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, and a double dribble on Principia on the far side. Love, I thought maybe Nicholson touched it, but obviously Love picked it up and then put it back down. Devils basketball.
Talking about making the extra pass on the last offensive possession, there was 3 extra passes on that one.
Good job around the perimeter. Longcore has it off the left side, 40 feet from the basket. Tries to throw that long pass, and it's knocked away. Luckily, Jada Brown tracked it down. She's got 2 girls hounding her. She rubs her jaw. Scott was there, and also Williams.
Lazy passes, lazy long passes. Got to come to the ball. You know, and like I say, you got to start your offense like in between the volleyball lines. We're starting it out on the wings, way wide.
That was the 3rd foul called on Scott. First foul against Principia in the 4th quarter. Oh, get in the backcourt. Thank you, Nicholson. Get to the backcourt. Don't jump into the backcourt, please. Byquist on the right side. Oh, and screen and roll. Coming up to help, though.
Extra
They get it back out to Longcore. Longcore, good from 3, and she was behind the college 3 in that one. Longcore hits her 4th 3 of the game, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. And the Devils take the lead with 4:26 left, 46-45. We'll take a break with more Blue Devil basketball on the way right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back here as we're discussing what the score was last. All right, Coach, you had what
40,
you wanted.
40-29.
40-29 was right, yes.
40-29.
Then we went on a 9-point run in the quarter. We added 2 more to start the quarter, so we had an 11-point run. Quickly right back the other way was a 5-point run by Principia, and the Devils with 2 3-pointers in a row, now taking the lead 46-45 with 4:26 left in the ball game.
Well, and the biggest key here is, you know, the last, 6, 7, 8 minutes, we've been taking care of our defensive boards, and getting out and get some good looks.
Devils back into 1-2-2. Principia has the basketball. Nicholson knocks that out of bounds. Byquist is at the point. Hamby and Loncourt the high post, although they move out to the wings. Brown and Nicholson using the height and the size inside. Other side, Love, Hawkins, Williams, Scott, and hiding down in the corner now bringing the ball back out was Walker. Ball was thrown inside. They call a foul inside, this time on Scott. So Scott commits her 4th foul, 3 of them in the second half. And, of course, she got beat up on that one when she tried to go over top Jada and got popped in the head.
Good defensive position by Jada, fronting her on that last possession.
Nicholson will bring it up to the middle of the court. Brown looks on the weak side. It wasn't there. To back to Nicholson. Cam Byquist in the right corner. Man-to-man still coming. Loncourt looked at the 3. Now skips it over. In the high post. Went to Brown. Brown kicked it over to Hamby. Hamby missed the 3. It looked good.
Yeah.
Who got the weak side rebound?
Byquist. Yep.
And, of course, one of Principia's team as well, so a jump ball.
I'll tell you what, Byquist and Loncourt have done yeoman's work on the glass tonight.
Devils will get it. Yep, on the alternate possession arrow. Nicholson in front of us, and I knew it. Right when she came over in front of the bench, just where Scott stepped out of bounds, Chloe steps out of bounds. 3:48 left in the game. Turnover on the Devils. Official now. Not really sure what's going on. Looking for blood, but it's probably not Chloe. It's probably maybe Scott. Now you've got time to get this taken care of off the uniform. And I think the new rule on the National Federation of High School Sports is like 20 or 30 seconds. Or you can call a timeout. So Medemeyer will come in. Nicholson will check out. Hey, now how about that for a rule? Throw a little blood on the opponent's uniform, and then they have to go out?
You
know, we did. We didn't know
all's
about
fair
that.
in love and basketball.
Yeah, we didn't know about that back in the day. You could be bleeding all over the place. We still played. Into the high post, quickly back out to the left side is Principia. Walker has it. 4 in the perimeter. Scott in the high post. Actually, they're working a low post as well. Long three-pointer, no good. Medemeyer is fighting on the weak side. Kate will knock it out of bounds. No problem with that one, though, because Williams was there with her. Nicholson right back in. Medemeyer out. So Byquist, Hamby, Loncourt, Nicholson, and Brown on the defensive side. Goes into Scott. Scott, a great defense there. Hey, I think
Scott
she's gone.
got her 5th, yep.
She missed the short hook, then tried to reach around Jada Brown over the back. And that is 5 fouls with 3:23 left in the ball game. All 4 in the second half.
Now we definitely have to take advantage, with Jada down low, put her down the block, feed her the ball, and let her go to work. And then if they double team her, kick it out for the wide open looks.
Indeed, that's why the pressure's coming full court now. From the guard-oriented offense now, or defense, excuse me, from the Panthers. In the high post is Brown.
Be strong with the ball.
Yep, that one pass. Byquist on the left wing. Looking inside, they go to the high post. There's the backdoor cut by Loncourt. Loncourt to the basket. Shoots it too hard. Weak side rebound, Bateman for Principia. Good backdoor cut and a good high-low post from Brown to Loncourt. Just had a little too much spring on that board. Inside the high post. Kicked out to the left corner. Nicholson closes out there. That was Hawkins who had the ball. In the high post now playing is Williams. Right side to the basket, and good with a little scoop shot. That's Love with a scoop. She had 8 in the first half. She's got 2 baskets in the fourth quarter. Principia regains the lead 47-45 with 2:36. Boy, that was so nice down here on that end, Coach. And we had it early in the game. We had some rollout, but that play was sweet. Loncourt went hard to the basket, and I think anticipating contact, so she went strong.
Well, and, when I say gimmies, that was a gimme that we missed, and we've had 3 or 4 of those tonight that, hopefully it doesn't cost us here at the end of the ball game.
Scott will end the game with 17 points for Principia, fouling out at the 3:23 mark. Got to make it hurt. Principia has 3 team fouls in the quarter, 2 team fouls for Quincy High. 2:36 left. Principia holds the 47-46 lead by 1. And they come back in full court pressure again. Love, Hawkins, Bateman, Walker, and Ivy. Loncourt to bring it up court. Got to get going here. 5 seconds to get it across court. There you go. Loncourt starts dribbling. Nobody's going to stop her. She stops then. Kicks it out to Jada at the 3-point line. to Hamby on the left side. Chloe comes out to pick it up. Chloe makes a turn. Tries to scoop the pass in there with a one-hand pass. Coming down and taking the ball away is Williams. If you're going to throw that pass, bounce it in there so the defense can't just stick their arm out and get it. They got to reach down to get it.
Well, once again, it's one of those scenarios with her driving in the middle of the lane, she needs to go until they stop her. And they didn't stop her that time.
Right. She could have went all the way to the basket.
Yep.
Brown comes over help on defense. Brown gets the rebound. Jada fights it out herself. Outlet pass to Hamby. Oh, she dishes it to Byquist, a little handoff. Oh, and Byquist was going to the basket. Good defense, I must say, for Hawkins. But then she tried to shuffle the ball, but nobody was there on the right block. If somebody would have been there, that would have been an awesome assist.
Yeah, once again, you're running a 2-on-3 break. You know what I mean? Pull the ball back out and run your sets.
Well, in that one, once Hamby got on the wing, Byquist was there and had the handoff to her.
Not a lot of good spacing.
In the half-court set. Hawkins starts to drive. Brown takes it away. Jada, nice steal. Down the right side of the court, Longcore.
Yeah, let's get a good shot here this time, ladies.
Chloe goes left side to Cam Byquist. Flashing over to the high side. Looking, they got help just waiting up there on Jada Brown. Jada flashes over, got a double team down there. Oh, Nicholson takes the shot and comes up short by 10 feet. I don't know if that was partially blocked. We're down to 1 minute left in this game. Down 47-46. Ball goes inside and a foul. Turning to shoot the ball was Ivy. I don't know that Jada needed a foul on that one, but it's her fourth. So Brown's got 4 for the Devils. Longcore's got 3 and Nicholson with 3. I'm not sure what happened on this shot right in front of us. Nicholson pulled up, and there must have been a ball slap on the way up because she had no strength on that shot. Ivy misses the first one. She'll have one more.
So we've had 3 empty possessions the last 3 times down the floor, down by 1. We need to run a good set and get a good shot.
On that one on Cam took it. If she'd have stopped from 10 feet out, but again, it was a disadvantage, 2-on-3. Ivy makes 1 of 2, 48-46, Devils down by 2. Full court pressure. Jada Brown stays down here. Let's get it to the guard. Longcore is the guard that gets it. Miley to bring it up. She's got Hawkins on her. Brings it to the right side. Back to the top. That's Jada. Jada to the left side. Byquist looks down. In the left corner, Nicholson. You got to get Brown flashing down on the block. We haven't got her down the block at all. Ball reverses.
There, right there.
There it is. But it's back out in front of the basket.
That's all right.
But good job there. Jada makes the turn to the right and scores.
Good spin.
We are tied up 48-48. 27 seconds and counting. Differential of less than a second. I'm actually looking and it's almost.
Yeah, it's the same. I don't think the shot clock's off.
They should shut it off probably, or it's got to be darn close, Coach.
Yep.
Devils drop back in their 1-2-2. That's where you kind of go, don't foul, but at the same time.
We got to make sure we get the defensive rebound on this possession.
Down to 5 seconds. Ball's way out here. Driving to the basket. Nobody picks her up, but that's okay. Longcore gets the rebound, and we have played 32 minutes. We're going to play extra time here from the Sophie Classic. 48-48. We got plenty of time to get back, Coach, as long as they don't tip the ball up in Quincy.
Unless we don't have a triple overtime or something like that.
Fun stuff here at the Sophie Classic, Columbia College, Columbia, Missouri. We played 32 minutes. Your score, Quincy High 48, Principia 48. We're back for the not extra innings, but extra time, the extra quarter, here on mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Back at the Sophie Classic, overtime. There you go. Baseball is extra innings. Extra time. That's more like a soccer term, ain't or something? Extra time. Yes, the extra time you have at the end of one. It's 48-48. Devils will keep going the same way, left to right. In the center circle, Jada Brown will tip for the Devils. Other side, it'll be Paige Ivy. Out of the ball game is Scott. Fouls will follow you into the overtime as well. Each team with 3 personal fouls, team fouls. Tip goes up. Brown tips it into the front court. Byquist tracks it down. Devils will have to start off the quarter. Byquist, Longcore, Hamby, check that, Medemeyer, Brown, and Nicholson. Sorry about that, Coach. We got a foul inside. Are we hanging on Jada?
Good seal by Jada. Inside out.
For Ivy, only her second foul. Team foul number 4. That's the key that we're looking for.
So next foul, Blue Devils will be shooting 2 from the free throw line.
Box out of bounds, play Longcore to trigger it. Here's cut to the basket. Brown, almost went off the glass, off the rim, but Jada will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good catch going down the left-hand side and using her left hand to go up. That's what caused the foul.
Wow, they do have a little overtime thing here after the fourth quarter I can use. Brown will shoot 2. Foul was called on Williams. It's her second. Jada makes the first free throw. 1 in the books, 1 more to come. Nobody on the line except for the Principia Panthers. Jada hits 2 free throws. Ryan Brown still in the front row. He's got plenty of time, too, to get back, Coach. 50-48. Jada gets a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, they'll wait for him, not us.
Yes. Jada's got 4 fouls, so that was a good time taking her out with 3:44 left in the overtime period.
Oh,
and a great steal by Longcore. Longcore trying to beat her to the basket. Does. Ooh, almost got it up on there to make it. Bateman commits the foul, her 4th foul. Longcore will go to the line to shoot 2. Miley saw it, and I'll tell you what, Miley tipped that ball out. A lot of times they call that a dribble. Then she grabbed the ball and went on, so they did realize that was a tip out. Miley misses her first. She did a good job of going to the basket, too.
Yep.
And the defense, Bateman, was running alongside. And again, like so many people do, they look up at the hand and the shot and don't check the body out. Good officials here picked up that body.
Good strong take to the basket.
Longcore's second one. She's got it. Miley 1 for 2. Devils up by 3, 51-48. Devils will drop back in their half-court set. 3.5 left in the overtime. Long 3 from the right side. Oh, nothing but net. And that was Hawkins who hit the 3 from the corner. From the wing, excuse me. Devils in transition. Nicholson sends it back to half court. Wow, that was a zip out there. Almost went back in the backcourt. Now Byquist is over here. She's going to set the offense. On the low block, you got Brown out right now. Long pass to the wing. Nicholson reaches out to get it. Nicholson skips it over to Medemeyer on the block. Comes out here to Byquist, right in front of us. Good from 3. Medemeyer with a save. Byquist with a 3-pointer. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road.
Big shot.
Oh, and a big hand by Medemeyer reaching up to get the ball. And then when the defense collapsed, kicked it out to Cam, who was right in front of us in the right corner. 54-51. Inside 3 minutes, Jada Brown's up, heading to the scoring table. Nicholson, boy, she let her go right by her. Chloe closed in so nice behind the arc, but then let her make that first dribble by her, and then it was just an accident of your foot was in the wrong place.
Play defense with your feet. You got to move your feet and keep them in front of you.
Well,
I've noticed Chloe here, she kind of likes to let the girls go by and tries to block the shot.
Exactly. 4th team foul. Nicholson there, she did play with her feet. She tripped her. So, inbounds Principia. Oh, that was a horrible pass and a bailout. Ivy just turned and threw up a poisonous shot. I'm sorry, folks. That's how bad that was. But she got bailed out. She'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul was called on Byquist, her 3rd. Both teams with 5 now, so the rest of the way out, it's all free throws. 2 shots, by the way. Ivy connects on the first. She was 0 for 3 before she hit her last 2. Now her last 3 shots in a row. 54-53, Devils lead by 1. In the backcourt, Brown's going to bring it up. Good job, Jada. Skips it over, Hamby in left corner. Longcore, left side, good from 3. College 3, by the way. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, Jack McKenzie Way.
Great extra pass on that possession.
Yeah, Hamby did a good job of picking the ball up and finding Longcore. 57-53, 2 minutes left in this one. Way long behind the arc. Wow, that was a long time 3. Big time. You got the college line, then you got about 5 more feet back, and that's where Hawkins just took that shot from. Devils get the shot and get up by 4. 3-pointer now has it a 57-56 game. 2:03 left after the quick timeout.
Well, you can't lose contact with the shooters. When you're in that 1-2-2, you should be matched up and if you've got a shooter out there that's in your zone, so to speak, you got to make sure you're close enough to challenge that. That was an unchallenged 3 last time down.
Well, she is shooting from long range, but as we mentioned, she's out there. She was out there right there where it says Southwell Complex.
Well, you make them put it on the ground. You know what I mean? You make them dribble the ball and put it in, and then hopefully you've got your teammates, behind you that are going to give you the help defense.
I believe the facility is called for named after Coach Bouchard, who was a longtime coach down here, and I got to double check that here. 2:03 left. Devils will have the ball. Got to go 85 feet, up 57-56.
All right, let's run a good set, get a good shot.
Nicholson's going to bring it across.
Oh.
All the way down to Hamby. Hamby was underneath the basket. Nobody was down as they put so much pressure down in the backcourt. Hamby gets her first basket of the game, and it gives the lead 59-56 to the Devils.
Oh, come on.
The runner. But then she kicks it back out. Oh, that was a travel on that one. Here's a long 3. No good. Jada Brown gets the rebound. We're down to 135. Devils with the basketball in transition.
Clock is your friend, ladies. Clock is your friend. Good job bringing it out.
Byquist brought it out. 4 on the perimeter. High post is Brown. Longcourt flashes. It goes to Byquist. Byquist at the free throw. It was in and came out. It was a good shot at the front of the iron.
Came out, went in, came back out again.
Yes, indeed. Give her some points for that. 1:12 left in the ball game. Principia has the basketball. Devils have the 3-point lead, 59.
Need to get a stop here. Make sure you get the 3-point shooters. Oh.
They got one of them but didn't get the second one. 3 points is good from the right corner. 59-59. Inside a minute. Boy, you give up a 2 on those. Nicholson. Oh, Nicholson through the legs. Shot from 3. She hits a 3. Nice timing there. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 62-59.
Okay, stay matched now. Need to get a stop here. Big stop.
Give them the basket inside. Keep
an
eye on Love and Hawkins.
Make them drive.
On the perimeter. Also out there is Walker. And a timeout taken by Coach Stuhl with 30.7 seconds, 19 on the shot clock. 62 Devils, 59 Principia. Guess I should look at the clock to see if it's 7 o'clock yet.
I think we're good still.
Hey, there we go. Coach Longo, way down there in Florida, fighting the sand and the warm weather. We'll give a shout out to Coach. He's been here with us at the beginning of the year, and of course, he got to watch these Devils early in the year when you couldn't make it, Coach. And then now there's not many weekday games left that you're not there. So poor Jakai, as we shout out to him, Mr. Castleman, he's wondering when he's going to work again. It's like we got a couple left there, Jakai. So here it is, 30.7 seconds. Oh, by the way, Amy Longo, we say hi to you as well. And by the way, there's a snowman in the front yard. There's also a snowman flag. And we may run over with this new wet snow and build a snowman as well. 30.7 seconds left in this one. 62 for the Devils, 59 for the Panthers. Key for Nicholson. Nicholson came up short on the last one. I think it was partially blocked. This one, through the legs, stepped back, gave her some space, and then drills the three-pointer. Ice in the veins. Defense comes out for the Devils. Byquist will be at the point. Longcore, Nicholson are going to play the next level with Brown and Medemer down low.
Once again, they're probably going to try to shoot a 3. You know, long shots are going to give you long rebounds. You need to make sure you put one body on everybody.
Hawkins is definitely a key because Hawkins has hit 3 trays in the overtime. She's got 4.
Jada just got a foul?
Well, I hope it's not Jada.
Yep.
Wow. She's been playing solid. That should be number 5.
Yep.
They're a little slow on that with 30.6 seconds, or check that, 30.7 seconds.
I mean, not a bad idea. You know, let them get it in, let them dribble around a little bit, foul, you know, give them the 2 shots on the free throw line. You know what I mean? But you don't want Jada fouling out.
Her or Nicholson. And, and Nicholson's got 4. Longcore's got 3, so Hamby or Medemeyer could have got out there for that foul. No time went off the clock. Free throw no good. Ivy misses the free throw after hitting 3 in a row.
Got to box out now. No offensive rebounds here.
Yep. You want to get a foul on this and make sure you're not getting double-teamed or hounded and knock that ball away. No good. Ball hit the floor. Hamby picks it up for the Devils. Gets it to Longcore. Devils are up by 3 with the basketball.
Oh, yeah, 4 gals blocking out on that one. That's what you want to see.
Get across the timeline. She does. Longcore brings it right side. Not a bad time if we got a timeout.
Yep.
Coach will call it now.
Oh, we got 2 more left after this one. So, if they get in trouble, call that timeout, reset, get a good look at it.
Coaches think alike, as we were just about ready to say he needs a timeout. He realized that with 19.6 seconds left. Devils 62, Panthers 59, Devils with the basketball. We just lost Jada 12 seconds ago. No, actually it was 11.9 seconds ago at the 30.7 mark. Jada for the ball game. She had 4 buckets. More impressively, though, she was 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. So that ends up with her for the night of 14 points. On the other side, we mentioned Scott Deja had fouled out. She fouled out with the 3:23 mark, and she had 17 points in the ball game. So both girls, they worked hard tonight. Both girls from both teams, really had to put it on to get their points tonight. And it was a great matchup. Stick around in the post-game show. It'll be brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Then we'll talk to Coach Dance, and that is brought to you by the QHS Auto Group. And then we'll pick our Freiburg Insurance Agency Player of the Game. As we reset things here one more time, 19.6 left. Devils up 62-59 with the basketball.
Clock is your friend. Take care of the basketball.
No lazy passes, and we can always call a timeout.
Oh.
And that's what I meant. Ball went across the court, but Medemeyer tracked it down. And Kate she gets the ball up high, but she had 2 girls closing down. Ivy was one of them, and also Williams. And so Medemeyer will go to shoot the line. Ivy will be calling for her 3rd foul. And as we mentioned, we're all double fouls the rest of the way out. Kate's has not been on the line yet today. The place will get quiet as it always does. And Kate hits the first one.
Big free throw.
4-point lead now for the Devils.
2-possession game, 17.2 to go. 63-59.
And cover the 3-point shooters, but do not foul them. Oh, great job there by Kate Medemeyer. She hits 2 for 2. Her first of the day.
Force them to go to the
15
basket.
seconds left. Devils are up by 5.
There you go. That's all right. That's
Drives.
all right.
Kicks it back out. Shot from 3. No good. Ball bounces. Oh, look at Hamby. Great screen out, even though the Panthers got the ball. Shot from the top. Oh, on a 3-point shooter by accident. Hawkins is going to the line to shoot 3. She already has 3 trays in this overtime period. She got 1 in the 4th or 3rd quarter. It's still a 2-possession game with 2.6. Did you see how well Hamby was screening out? She didn't go for the ball. She just kept away Love from getting to that basketball. Hawkins will be at the line to shoot 3. Foul was called on Byquist, her 4th, all of the second half. First one is good. She was 2 for 2 so far in the ball game, so you expect her to be pretty solid from the charity stripe. Key is screening out. You got Medemeyer down low with Longcore. You got Hamby and Nicholson. One of them's going to screen the shooter. Second one, shooter's touch. Hits the front of the rim. Goes back and hits the backboard and goes in.
Now they're going to try to miss this one. That's the only thing they could do is miss it, try to kick it out for an open look. So make sure you're guarding the 3-point shooters out here.
Last one goes up. No good. Rebound. Longcore did a great job on the rebound, but she undercut when the rebound went over her head. And Williams go to the line to shoot 2. Not a bad one because it's 1.3 left. You're still up by 3. Longcore, her 4th foul, so hopefully we'll not go an extra period here. 1.3, Devils still up by 3. 2 free throw shots here. Miley did a great job of screening out. The problem was the ball bounced over her head. Williams was there. And so when she screened her out, she kind of undercut her. No good on the first one. Down by 3. Coach Dance wants to talk about it and get everything straightened out here. 1.3 left. 64 for the Devils, 61 for the Panthers. 1 shot left for Williams. Coach, you're in the huddle. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're talking about getting the rebound. They've got, 2 shots on this now? They're probably going to try to make the first one, then miss the second one. If they make they only got 1 shot
She
left.
just missed the first one.
All right, so we got to miss this one. So you got to make sure that you get a body on somebody, and not let them get the rebound or tip it back out, and if there's like gals out here at the 3-point line, 2 of them, you need to make sure you have somebody on each one of those 2 because the 2-pointer ain't going to hurt you. three-pointer will tie the game.
And the rebound will be nice because even with a second going off, the clock will come all the way down here to shoot free throws.
Now, see, I'd have somebody guarding out there, too, number 2, because she's drilled like 3 or 4 of them.
Second shot. Hard. Nicholson with a rebound. Horn goes
Game
off.
over.
Blue Devils with a win. And the Blue Devils come back after being down in the first quarter, halftime, and the third quarter. They take it to overtime, 48-48, and the Devils come up with the victory, 64-61, and improve to 13-5. Principia now 10-2 on the season.
So they actually had 16 points in the overtime? My goodness, that's a lot of points in 4 minutes.
Devils put up 3, 4, 5 out of 6 for the free throw line. A three-pointer by Longcore, a three-pointer by Byquist, a three-pointer by Nicholson, and a basket by Hamby. So
that's a lot of points in 4 minutes, I'm telling you.
Indeed. We're going to stay right here for a second, though, because Sophie and Lindsay Cunningham are at half court, ready to pick the player of the game. I think I got an idea. Well, I got a couple ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to give us the idea today, and that's what we're going to go with. Although we're going to have a lot of – and I don't think they're going to pick who we did. Now, that would be one choice, most definitely, probably the best choice. But there's another girl that came off the bench. That
Oh, it came off the bench. Yeah, Byquist did one heck of a job tonight.
Oh.
And we weren't even sure she was going to be able to go. And she got out there, and she didn't miss a beat the whole game.
And I'm going to tell you, other players like Medemeyer as well. Brown worked hard for her stuff. We'll talk about all this in the post-game show, and that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Your final score as we get ready for the Hardy's post-game show. And talking to Coach and the Cunas coach's comments and wrapping it up with the player of the game. But for the regular portion of our broadcast, the final. In overtime, the Quincy High Blue Devils 64, the Principia Panthers 61. And stick around for Wellman and Pettit in the postgame. You've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made from scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back to Columbia College, the Sophie Classic. And we had an overtime ball game here, and it was a thriller as the Blue Devils come away with the win. And, of course, this is your Hardee's post-game show. And it started off with Principia, the first 6 baskets or 6 points of the ball game. After one quarter, the Devils were down 12-7. Second quarter, back and forth until the Devils got within one, 23-22. Principia closes out the quarter and the half with 4 points and would lead by 5, 27-22. Third quarter, it was 40-29, and the Devils went on a 9-point run that would end up being an 11-point run to start the fourth. But at the third quarter, 40-38, Devils down by 2. Fourth quarter, Devils found themselves down 45-40 to come out to start the quarter. Now check, that was 45 early, and it was 48-48 at regulation, and we would go overtime. The Devils do a great job of overtime, hitting threes, hitting their free throws. And as Coach said, we ended up with 16 points in the overtime period. And on the other side, 13. So we win that one out there for the victory, 64-61. Good stuff.
Well, and I thought, gosh, being down, 40-29, probably halfway through the third quarter, and I thought the difference in the last quarter and a half and the overtime is we did a much better job, on the defensive glass and didn't give up so many second chance opportunities. Now, a lot of that probably had to do with the big girl that fouled out, with 3:23 to go in the game, but in the same token, we still had to block out because, like I say, a lot of those three-point shots, long shots, going to give you long rebounds, and we did a better job, the last quarter and a half, and stopping that, stopping the offensive glass.
Yeah, look at that, too. Both the big girls, both of our teams fouled out at the end with 3:23 left in overtime. Deja Scott fouled out with 17 points with 30.7 left in the ball game. The overtime, by the way, Jada Brown fouls out with her 14 points, and it came down to the wire there, but Jada had an unbelievable game with 4 buckets, but 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. Devils do a great job, and from the charity stripe as a team, Coach, what do they have for tonight?
Let's see. Free throw line, we were 14 for 16 tonight. Looks like Miley missed one there at the end, and Hamby missed one. But other than that, we were perfect from the free throw line. So 14 for 16, 3-pointers. We were 8 for 22. We got out rebounded. 41 to 37. We gave up 21 offensive rebounds.
Wow.
21 offensive rebounds we gave up tonight. Not a good stat. We got to do a better job. We got to shore that up, especially, coming up with Galesburg, Sterling, and Alleman. 3 ranked teams that are going to be on our schedule coming up here shortly, and those will all be road games also.
And I'm glad we have the stat sheet here, as I missed a quick 2-pointer there. I don't think I missed it. I just forgot to add it up there, and it was Miley's, which was nice. Hey, here's the way the scoring broke down. First of all, for Principia, who are now 10-2 on the season, we mentioned fouling out with Scott with 17, but Hawkins had 18, and in the overtime, she had 3 straight threes and 2 free throws. She scored 11 of her 18 in the overtime period. 12 points out of Logan Love. And then we dropped down 4 points from Nigel Williams, also 4 points from Cara Payne. And then you got to go down the single. Well, check that. I forgot about Paige Ivy. She had 5 points. And then we go down to the single, and that was Bateman on a free throw. Brown was in the game as well as Mason, did not score. And I think that rounds out your scoring for Principia. For the Devils, who now improved to 13-5, they led in scoring. 20 points out of Miley Longcore, hitting 5 threes from outside. 5 for 10, she was hot outside. 14 from Jada Brown. 13 out of Cameron Byquist off the bench, and Cam had a great game. They got her down for only 2 rebounds. I got to believe she had more than that. By the way, Jada had 10 rebounds, so she had a double-double. 8 points came from Chloe Nicholson, a very key 3-pointer late on that one, and that was crucial out there. 6 for Kate Medemeyer. Then we got Madeline Hamby. She had a 3. We dropped down. She actually had a bucket and a free throw. And checking the final scoring out there, we had somebody, Mia Elfreds was in the game, but did not score. More importantly, 64-61 for the victory. Good stuff.
Well, very, very good win against a very quality team, from the other side of the river. So, I mean, anytime that you can play like this, and you can see that this young team is starting to gel a little bit. With playing, 3 sophomores major minutes, and the freshman Nicholson, they're starting to gel a little bit. You can see the more they play, the better they're going to be.
Hey, why don't we go ahead and do our player of the game first, Coach? And, of course, they do call a player of the game out here, and Sophie's out there with Lindsay to give it out. But who do you got for the player of the game, Coach?
Well, we got to go with Miley. She did a great job. She rebounded very well. She handled the ball pretty well, too, because she was our primary ball handler out there today against the pressure, that Principia put out. Special mention, got to go to Cameron Byquist. I mean, her coming in, we didn't even know if she was going to be able to play. And she came up with 13 points, did a heck of a job, on the glass, passing the ball and defending, and playing the point of our 1-2-2 or 1-2-2 zone.
And she had a 3-pointer late in that overtime as well. Her, Byquist, Longcore, and Nicholson with a 3-pointer in that overtime, which was pretty awesome out there. Of course, Brown with 14 points and 10 rebounds. She did her job that she always does. And Nicholson handled the basketball for the early part of the game. she had the basketball and bringing it down court early in the ball game because she was using her ability out there with her height and her length out there. So nobody that paid for a ticket are going to go back and ask for a refund.
No.
That was a good one there. In fact, we might ask for a little extra money for taking it to overtime here. So your player of the game, Miley Loncourt, with a great cast that went around here, the supporting cast, including Cam Byquist. Not that I'm talking about a cast, no pun intended on that one. Hey, we'll hear from our sponsor. We'll come back with more of the Hardy's post-game show and wrap things up here from the Sophie Classic, and hopefully talk to Coach if he can come out and wipe that smile.
He kind of waved, so.
That he'll be there. All right, we'll be right back with more of the post-game show on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
Back at the post-game show, Jeff Wellman along with Dave Pettit. Coach Dan's coming up here to join us here. And, of course, his comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. And, hey, why not a little overtime, Coach? If we came down here for a good ball game, you guys put it together. And I think, first of all, congratulations. And we got to believe in the first half you weren't very happy with the offensive rebounding for Principia.
Yeah, they had 13 offensive rebounds in the first half. So that really hurt us. But even saying so, we're only down 5 points, and we had bits and pieces. Coach Bergman does a lot of the subbing, and he had to do a lot of the adjusting there when we had people with foul trouble. And where there was one time we had 2 fouls, and I saw Jada had blood on her hand. I'm like, just hide it, So because I needed to buy about 30 seconds. So, but they kept battling. So that's what I'm most proud of these girls.
Well, we started off with not knowing if Cam was going to play. Hamby then goes down and didn't know if it was a knee or an ankle. She comes back right after that, so it looked like it was an ankle. You talked about that. Actually, we talked about strategy. When Chloe had blood on her uniform, late in the ball game, have some blood and toss it on the other person's uniform. That's really dirty, but I mean, that's out there. But you had so many things to work around in this ball game, but the Devils hung with it, and in that overtime, well, we just exploded.
We did. I thought the girls played well, and I'm just so proud of the way they kept competing. I mean, we were down 10 points at one time, and we came back and just kept battling. Overtime, we looked, like we wanted to win the game, like we felt we were going to be the aggressor. So I think that was the difference. Early in the game, we were kind of back on our heels, and we told them how aggressive this team. And I said, this would be the best team in our conference that we play all year. If they were a Western Big Six team, I mean, that's a good team. They're good inside, outside, So, but that's a good win for our girls.
Well, I think, too, early in the game, you're also getting lazy. Long passes in the spacing and long passes with defense coming up, which they are quick. I'll take that away from the Panthers, but a lot of that was the lazy passes, and some of the bounces went opposite ways. We shored that up in the second half, too.
Yeah, we did, and we talked about it. It's written on the board very big and plain, keep it simple, short passes. And, we didn't do that. And it was one of those things that, good teams are going to make you pay for it, and they did. But we cleaned that up in the second half.
Well, and I thought Cam Bike was coming off the bench. And, we were keeping our fingers crossed that, she would get out there and be at least 70, 80%, which, I think she might be a little bit better than that. But I thought she was a big key tonight, especially at the point, of the 1-2-2.
Yep. And she did a good job there. And, She practiced well yesterday. We didn't go very hard yesterday, but we got shots up. But I went hard enough to make sure she could do some things. She had done therapy all week and gotten herself ready to go. So it's it was second quarter, maybe beginning of third. She just kept looking at me, telling me she needs a break, and I told her I know, I realize, but and I just kept looking away. So then finally,
Coach.
So finally, I was like. I said I had my finger up for just a minute, and she said, you did that 3 times. I said, well, if you'd have taken 3 of those, we would have got to halftime because it was less than 3 minutes left. So, but no, she knew what I was trying to do. So
they only had her down for 2 rebounds, and I got to believe that the other rebounds were when they were jump balls because early in the game, everything came down, and it seemed like we had a lot of jump balls to start the game off on here. But, boy, it's got to make you feel good today because now you can sit back watch the little ball, meet. So you guys met Sophie and Lindsay last year, of course. And,
yeah, she came in the locker room, talked to the girls. So the girls enjoy this. This is fun. They're kind of treated like royalty here, so it's a good experience for them.
And guess what? We get to do it again tomorrow.
We do. I'm excited and looking forward to another tough team. This will be another conference-like game tomorrow, so we'll be right back at it.
Well, I'll tell you what, while everybody sat in Quincy listening to this one, you guys can sit in Columbia and listen to the Blue Devils against Springfield tonight.
There you go. Well, you guys have a safe trip
Do
back.
the Raiders have a game tonight too?
No, they don't.
All right, and that's Coach's son. We always got to check on that as well. So we appreciate that. Great game, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All righty, that was Brad Dance. Of course, Coach's comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. Faith, family, and giving back as we wrap everything up here. Coach Pettit, last thoughts on here? Yeah, he wants to stick around. I like it. We just added another color guy. Usually he's in a hurry. This time he was standing there waiting there, and we were going.
Well, they'll go back to the hotel and relax a little bit.
So, Coach, last thoughts on today?
Huh? Yeah, we're doing the Blue Devil game tonight.
There we go. As our coaching staff to my left here, of course, color guys, both Coach Pettit and Coach Dance here. Well, Coach, what do you think? Other than a great ball game, a good victory for the Devils, a great one to be put in the books.
Well, I thought they focused a lot better. Once they got down by 11, I mean, I can only remember maybe a couple, maybe three, offensive rebounds after that. Like you said, Coach said, they had 13 of their 21, in the first half, and probably another 4 or 5 of them to start the third quarter. You know what I mean? So they cleared up that, part of it. Passing, we still got to work on that a little bit. But, overall, great win against a very, very, very good opponent.
And somewhere in there on your summary, I heard start up. That means start up the vehicles. We're heading back on the highway back to Quincy for tonight's matchup, 7 o'clock. The Quincy High Blue Devils taking on the Springfield Senators, a tough team. So get out there, and if you're not out there, listen to us. Coach, it's been a great afternoon, and we'll get ready as we head back to Quincy here. The final here, of course, in your Hardy's post-game show, the Blue Devils in overtime with a 64-61 victory. They now improve to 13-5 and give Principia their second loss of the season so far. It's been a fun one. We'll catch it tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, a 1:45 start, as the Indians from Stratfield will be the next opponents for the Blue Devils. One more time here from the Sophie Classic. Quincy High Blue Devils 64, Principia Panthers 61, and you've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. Good afternoon, everyone.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.